So, oh, I guess I don't need to be there. I need to be there. Perfect. All right. So, Prospect Square's got a lot of cool things. And so I'm going to go through them in the order that I see the most value. Okay. And it starts with coming over to the right-hand side. And as my cursor's sitting there on the on my image, I'm going to go to my profile. And I noticed that the internet is really slow here today. I don't know if that means we have an office full of people what or not. Oh, it looks like Beth Ryan is coming in. Come on, you can do it. I'm a pretty patient person, but my goodness, it's slow today. Which is, I guess it's a good thing because in all reality, it'll be as slow for other folks as well. It just seems like it takes more time than normal. Yep, I'm there. Come on. Well, while it's thinking about it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into my email. Oh, not that one. Don't laugh at me because I still use AOL. That's, that's just who I am. What did I? I've been cleaning up so many different things lately. Looks like I cleaned up those two. Oh, well, guess that isn't going to do me any good. Oh, there we go. Okay, so Beth, essentially what I did was I came over here on the right-hand side where my image is, and I clicked on profile because this is where you actually start. Again, you can't change your name, but you can preferred name down here. And then, of course, put in your designation as a realtor or associate broker, whatever you may be. Preferred email. I actually use my Gmail on this one. Cell phone number, office phone number. You can upload your own image. You can actually put in all of your URLs, and I'm going to show you why that's so valuable or so easy and cool. And then, of course, office on the where your office is located, a bio that you may have already shared with your admin will fit nicely in here. And again, folks, it's literally you just click the buttons and put in your information. It's pretty straightforward. Like if I click on edit, it literally takes it to a page like this. So you have, if you want to bold some things, italicize like I did, family, confident, and home. You can party to your heart's content. When you're all done, the save feature basically is you make some changes, and then you want to save it. before you, oops. But when you're said and done, you're going to click on save and close. And that's the very first Well, thanks for, I have no idea where I bombed out. I was just talking along and I looked up and I'm like, where'd everybody go? My goodness gracious sakes alive. I told you the Wi-Fi was slow here today. Oh, so here we go. Let's get rid of that. So, server. Okay, so since I don't really know, did it say it was recording? Because I want to make sure it is. Okay, it recorded all that mess. Anyways, so first thing is come over where your little image is over here. Click on my profile and update the information with your own image, your social media links and such, and I'll show you why that's important. Office information, bio. When you get it all said and done, click on save and close. I'm not going to, so I don't have to wait for that delay again. The next place that you need to come to after you get your profile set up is come over to the left side to reports. When you click on reports, come down to the last one, which is the report settings. And I did a lot, like I said, I did a lot of house cleaning. So I'm starting January 2023 fresh. So I'll show you how to do this, but this is basically, this is your settings for all the reports. And it starts with the area report, then it goes to the market, then it goes to the quarterly. So when I click on the area report, again, if I want to change this image, I simply click on browse, add a new image to here. I have a different image for each report just for my own purposes. So I know which report I'm getting. Active report settings, again, like it has the original default back there. See, this one's the active, but if I turn that off and made that one active, because you can only have one active at a time. But one of the things that I really want to point out too is that your initial intro. Now, let me find, I'm going to come down here to initial intro for buyers, okay? And I'm going to click in there and see what happened. All I did was I clicked. And the reason I do that is because this market report contains detailed information about properties, yada, yada, yada. Okay. So what I've done, because I'm trying to personalize it, this housing market report contains detailed information about properties currently for sale or have been sold in your area of interest. Now, what I've also done when I know who I'm going to send it to, I'll jump into the market report settings. And so like down here where it says recently sold in your area of interest. And so what I will do is I'll actually change it, sold in Fenton in the surrounding area. And I do that because I'm trying to personalize it as much as I can and be very specific. All you got to do is hit save and close. And then if you're going to send it out to somebody else, all you have to do is click on reset to default, and it literally just goes back. But you can see the ones that are edited, they're a little bit darker. These are grayed out, means I haven't changed them. And the nice thing about this is, folks, is that, again, you have one for the buyer, you have a follow-up for the buyer. You have the initial one for the seller, but you also have a follow-up for the seller. If you're going to treat them like a prospect, the housing market report contains, so there's the initial prospect. I'm going to do the same thing. Here's an updated housing market report for activity in Benton in the surrounding area. And save and close. If you're going to be focused on investors, and that's what's so cool about this, is automatically you have a intro that's going to go. And again, you will set the parameters for how often you want the report to go out. And for all the follow-up, it will use the same verbiage over and over and over. And that's why I like to personalize it so that it means more. And I do that for all of them except for the quarterly report. Quarterly report, I just let it stand because that one is different than everything else that I do. And I'll explain that here in just a minute. So I'm going to save and close. Now, the next thing that I absolutely love, even before I get to creating reports, is down here. It's the newsletter. So when you click on newsletter, it automatically creates the newsletters for you. You don't have to do anything. Okay. So here is the February newsletter. Again, it's going to go out in 6 days. If I want to make any changes to it, I can do it here. I never have. I literally, I let it do its thing. Like right now, it's going to talk about why you should, and it's talking about staging tips, and it's going to have properties. These are my 4 areas that I focus on. And again, the nice thing is you can actually send a test. And then when you're done doing your thing, because again, you get to decide display order, all this crazy stuff, save it, and you're good to go. I love that because that's one of the things that is missing from Moxie Engage is we don't have a newsletter, and I don't understand that because the C21 side does. So anyways, I'm going to come back to reports, and I'm going to start with an area report. So here's all the reports that I currently have going out, and I'm going to add a new one. So I'm going to come up and I'm going to click on new. And this one is going to be for school district. Contacts, well, again, if you got a new contact and you want to add it there, you can. If for all the contacts that you have, you start to type. Come on. Gonna come. There's the other way to do it. What I did was I clicked on browse. I'll go back. Normally this starts to auto-populate. Yeah, there it goes. I don't know why it was delayed. I always start out when I create a new report, I always start out by doing it for myself. I'm going to click on browse for market area. And this is what's cool because I said Holly. So I'm going to actually come up here. Says searching high and low. Again, if I just, you'll see this change from single family homes depending on the area. You'll have condos only and stuff like that as well. But I'm going to do the township and the village. And so it puts it there. Reports enabled. Area report from and to. This, it says to Bob DeVore. If you add additional people up here, it will be personalized for each one. Okay. That's how quick and easy it is to do. And that was actually the Holly area. Oh, in fact, no, I'm looking at this. I said Holly in the surrounding area. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back because what I'm going to do is I'm going to add Fenton. See, there's condominiums. If I only wanted to do condominiums. Okay, I'm good with that. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to click save and send. And literally, it will tell me my report is processing and all will be emailed shortly. New monthly reports will be sent according to automatically around the first week of each month. So again, I don't have to worry about it. It's automatically done for me. Market report. This is where I get to drill down into the school. So again, I'm going to click on new. When I click in here, it's going to take me to a place where I'm going to choose my MLS. And they do this first, because if you don't choose your MLS first and you go down and you start to select things down here, not all MLSs are the same. And so you won't get all the information. If you want to make it centrally located or use an MLS number to get you started, you can do that. I'm going to click off accepting backup offers because I don't care. Contingents, I don't care. Sold, I'm going to try for 90 days. The same way with conditionally withdrawn and expireds. We'll try 90 days. And when I say I'm going to try, the nice thing about the report, or the bad thing about the report, is that you have to have a minimum of listings, which is 5, in order for it to be able to be populated. You also cannot exceed 200. And so the easiest way to change that is, yeah, you can play around with price, you can change around with property type, and all of these other things down here, just like you can on an MLS. But see how it says school district right there? So literally all I got to do is type in, pick Holly. I'm done, literally. So I'm going to click on OK. We're waiting for it. It's right now, it's going out to the MLS. It's doing its thing to see whether or not there's enough information for me. Come on, baby. This is why I tried doing the other class where I wasn't actually in here, because I do know that it's a little, it tends to be a little slow and you got to be patient. If you wanted to, you can also click on the map search and do it that way. Again, some people like that. Same thing. You establish the parameters. Okay. Oh, why didn't I put the criteria in there? It should have done that for me. My problem is, get back to the right MLS. Remember, I should not have done what I just did, because I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to leave that at 180. We're going to go back and type in Holly again. This is what I didn't do first. I did not click on the search. That's why the criteria was not in there. I clicked OK. I didn't click on the search. So here's, now I know that I have enough. And interestingly enough, I actually got 5 pages worth. There's 233 possibilities in there. So what I'm going to do is, again, you can change it to a list view or photo view. You get to decide all that. Okay. I'm going to just go ahead and hit OK. And see right there, your search has returned more than the allowed limit of 200 properties. Please refine your search. Again, it's Murphy proof. It won't let you. So I'm going to come back here and I'm going to pick 90 days, and I'm going to pick 90 days. And I'm going to leave those as were. Do my search again. Perfect. Oh, no, I got 207. So I got to go back. I got to trim it a little bit more. You know what? I'm actually going to put 30 for all of them. Because again, the way I'm going to schedule the report is to go out every 30 days. Perfect. Now I can say, okay. And like I said, right here, it'll come to this frequency. While you can send it out weekly, I'm going to do it monthly. This is where it decides which intro it's going to use. Well, if I don't really know if they're a buyer or a seller, and I'm just basically doing a little bit of prospecting, I'm going to literally choose prospect. You can change this number to a maximum of 100. I'd leave it at 100 because it's digital. And I don't think they're going to print it out. You can actually put an end date in here if you want. You can actually like initial email subject line. So this is the Holly housing market. Okay. And I don't have any contacts up here. Oh, go away. Those don't, I won't see you yet. So I'm going to, again, always send it to myself first. If I want to add a description in addition to what is already going to be there, I can do it here. If I want to see what it looks like, I click on preview and it will generate a preview of what I'm going to get and receive. One of the reasons I like the preview is because sometimes I don't put capital letters where I want to. This housing market report obtains detailed information, yada, yada, for Fenton and the surrounding area. See right there, it says, this was just for the Holly School District, right? So this is one of those where I say, okay, I got to go back and make some changes. Or do I say, you know what? That's okay. I can live with that. And can I? Because again, Holly is the surrounding area for Fenton. So not a problem. I don't think. But you notice these share things? Don't do it from here because there's no guarantees. But I'm going to go ahead and save and send. And now I got the Holly School District. And then the last but not least is the quarterly report. Quarterly report is exactly what it is. You notice you click on new and let me see what Lapeer. I had to think of a county. So what it does for the quarterly report, it literally lists all of the counties because that's how big the quarterly report is. And we're going to review and so on. So now I'm going to go check my emails and see if I got any of those reports yet. Yep, look at there. There's that area report. So here's the area report, and this is what I absolutely love because I send it like this. So if I click on view in a browser, I can use this link, or all I really have to do is click on this. And since I already embedded all my stuff, Facebook's there. If I wanted to say something, I could. So let me go to that email. Let me pick my business page. Welcome to Fenton and the surrounding area housing market report. An exclusive. Did you see that? An exclusive. We're the only ones that got it. We're the only ones that have it. Now I'm simply going to click on Facebook, and then we'll go to Facebook. Seems like everything's really slow today. What's that all about? Maybe I need to feed my computer more chocolate M&Ms. So see how nice that looks? And when they click on it, what happens is they get the whole report with your information. I come back to the area report and I click on share again. I can also, I don't know what all of these are. I'm going to confess. But I know LinkedIn's in here. Gotta find it. There it is. Paste the same thing in there. And lastly, but not least, I'm going to, I typically I would put this on my Tumblr and everything else, but I'm going to stop at Twitter today. Well, no, I'm going to do Tumblr because I saw it first. I'll go back. I'll worry about Twitter later. So I just made 3 quick posts, and I mean, it's all great stuff. It's going to have all this, because again, remember when they click on the post, it brings them to this, so they can literally reach out to me. I've also, because I have the ability for this, what I've done, let me go add a tab, because I'm just giving you ideas here. No, get rid of that. See, that's on my website, local housing market. Now I'll end up putting the one on there for Holly. My image didn't come in there this time. I have to look at that. But this is what the report looks like. One of the questions that got asked last time, what's in the, look at the amount of information that's available. I mean, and you don't have to worry about it, because you just, again, if you wanted to reduce the number down here, because maybe 100's too much, reduce the number. But look at all this great information that you have that you can instantaneously share. So let me close that out, close that out. Come back to Prospect Square. So, if I click on area, actually, I'm going to go to market report because I find that more useful. So let's say that I have a new client that I want to send information to, okay? And it's for the Fenton School District. So one of the things I can do is, if I click over here, come over here to the action, I'm going to copy it. And then Let me change this to 30. I got to add a new contact. I'm going to use my AOL. And then I'm going to send it off. And again, as the reports are reviewed or looked at, you're going to know that what actually in here, all it's going to tell you here is that if they unsubscribe, so that you know not to continue to try to pester them. If you want each time a report goes out, you want it to be CC'd, you can do that as well, but you don't need to. Okay, because when you come into here and you click on refresh, so I'm going to click on these two and click refresh. So basically what's happening is it automatically goes out and it's going to update these reports. But you don't need to CC it, because if they call you up and they've got a question, all you got to do is come in and click on view properties. All right. What's your questions? Nothing. There's no limit in the number of reports. All down here in the market center. No questions, either one of you, really? Here we go. It's coming into play. So in here, you can come in, and these are campaigns that are available to us, okay? And so you come into the campaign library, and if you want to see what the emails look like, click on that. Okay, because again, these are just, they're going to be very similar, just a different approach. If you don't want to use the ones that engage, you can use these. The nice thing is you can pick and choose too. So if I decide to add, all I got to do is literally come over here and click add. 2022, I think I've added everything else. Once you've added them, they show up here. And so like I like this drip campaign for the holiday. So this is the one I use. There's a total of 28 holidays. Crazy, huh? Also, first time buyer campaign, that's up there in the campaigns. Seller campaign, that's up there. Dream seller, that is also up there. So if I click on that, again, there's actually 5 emails for the seller campaign, for the dream seller campaign. I don't care for the first one. So what I did was I came over and I turned it off. And I just got rid of it because I don't like it. And I didn't want to use it. If you want to change these days, click on the gears. The other nice thing is once they start going out and you want to know whether or not you're actually making any traction with them, each email has its own statistics. While on the dashboard that you come into for this, And I literally, like I said, I just went through and I cleaned up house. I have my contacts from Moxie Engage syncing with Prospect Square, because I'm going to use Prospect Square. I've had good success with it as far as open rates and such. I love the market reports. And oh, I can't get there from here. I gotta go back. But this gives me a lot of great information. Right now it's reading blank because I literally got rid of all of my contacts so that I could sync them with the email. Once you're done with doing whatever you want to do within the marketing, and again, there's one-time emails too, folks. Join us, sell your property for more, trusted with, find your dream. So there's a lot down there in the marketing, but down here, back to Prospect Square, takes you back to Prospect Square because the marketing actually separate. It's just, it's an added thing. So you actually have to do it down here. Come on, baby. Property emails, create, review. In other words, property emails, it's going to, just like you do on the MLS, again, you can be very specific. You can just do my office active listings. You can use that information. Again, if you have active listings, everything's here. What I wanted to show you is I come over here, and right here is the sync with Google. It's literally that easy. If you forget how to use Prospect Square, there's a product tour over here as well that will literally take you through the steps. The analytics that we saw in the marketing center are different than the analytics that are going to be for your area reports, market reports, and your quarterly reports. So you actually have separate analytics. Some people don't pay any attention to it. Me, I'm all over analytics. Click rate. This is my payoff right here. Open rate. That's my payoff. Out of 18 reports, again, I don't expect 100%, but anytime I can get over 25, I personally am tickled pink. And that's for all reports. So then I say, well, how about the area reports? Okay. How about the market reports? And then the quarterly, because what are people reading? Newsletter. Again, since I got rid of everybody, I did that intentionally because I want to see. I'm a tester. I'm going to test Moxie Engage to Prospect Square and using both platforms to see where I get more traction. I think there's a lot of value in Prospect Square that comes down to what I call value proposition. If everybody else is going to start to embrace Engage, and there's only a few of us that actually embrace the power of Prospect Square that's been around, I think that's to our benefit. And of course, you'll see this. You can change this to whatever you want. I think it actually has the old data. Yeah. Any questions? No? Oh my goodness. Well, again, once I get the link, I will email it to both of you. And I hope you play with it. I hope you actually find value, because I think this is the coolest thing since sliced bread. And I grew up on homemade bread. So first time I ever bought a loaf of bread, I can remember very well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming and have a good day.
Thank
you,
you.
Bob.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yep, bye-bye.